Salalah. If you haven't heard about it, it's an interesting place in Oman. And if you haven't heard about it, the best way how to describe it, it's like Switzerland of Middle East. You can find here widely green vegetation, creeks with crystal clear water, sapphire natural pools, and spectacular waterfalls. It looks even more incredible if you realize that all of that is in the mid of summer at the Arabian Peninsula, while the land all around this magic place melts and burns under the unmerciful sun with temperatures reaching 50 degrees Celsius. Wading is a great fun here. Let it be on wheels or feet. Now we reach those amazing waterfalls. Unfortunately, the view is spoiled by this, and sometimes you really don't understand why so many beautiful places in Middle East are littered like that. After wading back, we are heading now to a large sinkhole. It is a place which is difficult to be reached by car, but our Red Riding Hood can get there, so we are enjoying the tranquility and no littering. You can find many places like this with barbecue on pebbles, where you can get grilled meat or grilled chicken. We bought a grilled chicken from the guys, and now we are climbing to a high cliff. You cannot really judge the steepness of this path, and it could be a challenge for most of the cars, but not for our Red Riding Hood. So we reached the top, but unfortunately due to the fog we cannot enjoy the depth which goes down to the sea level, and we cannot see there also the huge shipwreck that crashed there a few years back during the huge cyclone storm. The next trip brings us very close to the Yemen border, and here we see a view that will be very typical here, animals crossing. Thanks to the juicy grass, I haven't seen more happy camels than here. The reason why Salalah is so different in summer is the monsoon, caused by increased humidity coming from the Indian Ocean on one hand and mountains that block the clouds on the other. The resulting weather brings constant drizzling. Switzerland would not be possible without milk cows, of course. Going to another hard to reach place, this time downwards. The juicy grass is a paradise for local camels. Here they are. This alpha guy is going to check us out. If you are not a danger to his harem, enjoying the beach down the hill. This fort is a gate to other hidden gems. After a long hike, we find the first one. And after an intensive search, where we nearly gave up while being very close to this place, we found the other gem. On the way back, we found those two guys from Saudi Arabia who invited us for tea. They drove from Saudi over 2,000 kilometers and then they were happily camping here. Another day, we took a coastal trip, enjoying the huge waves of the Indian Ocean. At this beach the wind was so strong that we could barely stand, and it was blowing straight against the waves, which caused spectacular effects. And we are reaching to a turning point of this trip today, a huge stalagmite which can be several dozen meters long. And in a nearby village we found a local restaurant with this incredibly cheap and incredibly tasteful fish food. Here you see the moving crabs, but also the strange fishes that crawl on the surface of the stones. These fishes are called mud skippers, and they are probably a link between the sea fish and lizards and snakes that eventually came to the surface. A water Russian roulette. Another stop on this trip is a hike to those huge baobabs.
The Czech Republic, Czechia, Czechoslovakia. Yeah. Thank you.
A location of gravity is a weird place where you see that the road goes uphill, but if you put an object, including a car, on it, it starts moving uphill without any force. And you'll find many cars stopping here and checking how their car moves while being on neutral. So of course I have to try it too. So we are stopping at the road which looks like going up. I'm putting neutral, switching off the engine, releasing the brake, and we are moving. And the last thing we see on this day is a huge herd of camels crossing the street, coming probably to their bedrooms after having another happy day with the juicy grass. This day we decided to hike to a huge waterfall. Unfortunately it was raining in the night, and still it is, so it is very slippery and locals discouraged us to go closer, but we decided to go anyway. It's a giant waterfall with cascades of pools underneath. It's really majestic, isn't it? My wife and I chose a different strategy how to cope with this stone slipperiness on the day, and you can see how our strategies differ. Surprisingly, for many, including me, Her strategy seemed to work much better than mine. And there are places where no boot strategy actually works, and you have to go down to the roots and use your bare feet. Don't be mistaken, what you see on this picture is just mud, nothing human. So that was Salalah. Thank you for watching and see you next time.